As summer is coming to a close, I thought it would be a great time to reflect on my top 5 favorite theme parks that I visited this summer. 3 of the parks on this list I have never visited before until this summer, and I had a blast at all 3 of these parks. The other 2 I have visited before in my lifetime, so let's jump right into this ranking. Coming in at number 5 is a park that I have visited since I was a little kid, and that is Knoebels Amusement Resort. This summer, I made 2 trips out to this amazing family theme park, and I was still blown away every single time. Every year I go, I'm reminded how special this park is and how unique it is compared to the other big amusement parks in PA. The park is also home to one of the world's best wooden roller coasters, Phoenix, as well as a steel coaster, Impulse, Twister, and even the world's only wooden bobsled roller coaster, Flying Turns. This park's nostalgic factors and the fact that it surprises me every time I go to the park makes it make this list. Coming in at number 4 is Hershey Park. This is my home park, so I've made many visits over the years to this park, and I must say that I have not been as surprised with my visits to this park as other parks that I visited for the first time this year. The biggest surprise for me coming out of Hershey Park this year was how good Wildcat's Revenge was, and how it was able to dethrone Skyrush as my favorite roller coaster at Hershey Park. This park is definitely home to the best collection of roller coasters on this list, but one thing I noticed about Hershey Park while visiting some of the other parks that I visited this summer is that it doesn't really look that great. A lot of parks have good themed areas and also have nice foliage, but Hershey Park doesn't really have any theming at all. There are just basic buildings scattered around the park. I think that is the main thing that Hershey would need to change if they wanted to make it higher up on my overall favorite parks list. Here's the first new park that I visited this year to make the list, and that is Six Flags Fiesta Texas down in San Antonio, Texas. This park is home to some awesome roller coasters such as Iron Rattler, Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, Goliath, and Superman Krypton Coaster. The park also had very solid theming in some areas, and overall felt more like a Cedar Fair park than a Six Flags one. The top 5 coasters at this park are very solid coasters and some of the best top 5 coasters out there. One of the most surprising roller coasters for me at this park was Goliath because of how intense it was and how snappy it took some of the inversions. I was overall very impressed by Six Flags Fiesta Texas and would definitely make a return visit if I'm down in San Antonio sometime in the future. And on top of that, there were only a few bad roller coasters at this park, and the water rides that this park had to offer were definitely a plus in the Texas heat. The runner-up on this list is Busch Gardens Williamsburg, located an hour away from Richmond. This park has been voted the most beautiful park in the world for 33 straight years and offers gorgeous architecture, a lot of beautiful foliage, and so much more. The park offers 10 roller coasters, and one of which was my 100th roller coaster, and that is the coaster that is being shown on screen right now. The park was an absolute blast to explore, and it was absolutely massive. While none of the roller coasters at the park really took me by surprise, it was one of the most solid parks that I had ever been to. There was really something for everyone to do here, and they had tons of a variety of rides. 3 major water rides, kiddie coasters, family coasters, and of course your big thrill roller coasters. While I don't think it quite meets the standards of the world's most beautiful park, it is still a gorgeous park to walk through, and there are many shaded areas and many things to do other than riding rides. This park really is great, but not as great as our number 1 spot. Coming in at number 1 is Dollywood, located right outside the Great Smoky Mountains in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. This was a great redemption visit from my visit back in 2018, which wasn't so great, and this year I was blown away by this park. I had only ridden 1 ride last time I was at Dollywood, so I pretty much counted this as a new park for me. Also, this park really does have something for everyone. Half of the park's 10 roller coasters are for kids that are under 48 inches. And a lot of those family roller coasters are some of the best in the world, including Big Bear Mountain and Dragonflyer. The park also has some amazing elite roller coasters such as Thunderhead and the infamous Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod was actually my favorite roller coaster at Dollywood and one of my favorites all time. The park also has many shows and a western old-timey feel to the park. I honestly thought that Dollywood had an overall better look than Busch Gardens did, which is pretty impressive. Also, they have so many amazing flat rides for kids and also some thrilling ones such as Barnstormer and S&S Scream and Swing. The park also had an amazing drone and fireworks show. The drones were synced with music and created cool images in the sky, which was pretty cool. Dollywood also offers a train that takes you through the forest and backstage through the base of the Great Smoky Mountains. The train was actually a train that used to be used in World War II, which was also pretty cool as well. I was just so impressed by Dollywood, and I don't know if I will ever go to a theme park that will beat it for a long time. The park places very high on my overall favorite park rankings, and this is definitely a must-do if you are visiting the Great Smoky Mountains. And that will about do it for my video on my top 5 favorite amusement parks that I visited this summer. And I'm so sad that these times are in the past, but I'm excited to see where I visit in the future. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.